upper hand, at least for the moment. A top 10 in-conference showdown awaits. Welcome to the home of the Clemson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Clemson will kick off to get us underway. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So the Miami Hurricane offense will take the field to get things started. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw him in so many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense.
Turning it on! Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Just moving those chains the way Frank Gore did back in the day.
Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Edgerrin James, so many elite backs in Miami history. Finding that guy that you can give the ball to that's reliable, important part of the Canes tradition.
And on that play on the RPO, they had the look they wanted, but up front, they just could not get the job done. You see linemen losing their one-on-one battles. There was nowhere for that running back to go.
Quick completion to the right. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Third down, red zone play, crowd alive. Unloads quickly. He gives him a fresh set of downs, and this one will be first and goal from the 6. This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
A really good play by this defense, seeing it, attacking it, going and getting it. Obviously, they're running the RPO. They weren't fooled. They played the run, came up, made a nice tackle, got the running back on the ground.
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricane.
And how about the wheels for the QB? You could tell, man, he can roll, and they are going to use him. This is just the first drive. You see him going for the touchdown. I imagine we'll see more of that guy running the football with that kind of speed.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Clemson's offense has the ball for the first time. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's first and 10. To the air, it's Underwood. Right on the money. At the 40, there he goes. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. And the Tigers are in the hurry up.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call.
Pass interference. Offense.
I know that's offensive pass interference, but I actually think that's a very heads-up play because that ball might have got intercepted. That was an errant throw. The receiver knew it, and instead of allowing the defender to pick it off, he knew, hey, I got to create a...
Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to fire. There's the pressure. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Motion from the wide receiver. On third and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Catch in the middle, it's Davis. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. The Tigers line it up with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off?
Touchdown, Clemson! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Well, I know it's a very small sample size, and we've got a lot of football to go this year, but what can you say about this offense? How explosive and impressive they look. Top 5 in the nation in scoring, and you can see why. They've got speed and playmakers all over the field.
The extra point here would tie the game. And the extra point was good. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? On the run from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Snags it quickly on the left. There he goes. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
And that's the beauty of this offense and this playmaker at wide receiver. Throw the ball short, but what he does after the catch, he's just got so much speed, so dynamic with the football, and this is why they get it to him short, because he can take it to the house or make a big play on any reception.
Finds a crease at the 20. Touchdown, Miami! He got a step and just dusted the field.
Man, what a nice touchdown run, and this is a team effort, right? It's got to start with the offensive line to give you that crease, and then the wide receivers start to kick in, and the running back, he handles the rest. Nice touchdown run.
And the point after is good. Bringing it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Pocket breaking down. And they needed a little more room to work with as that one sails out of bounds. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Pass to Stetson, still on his feet. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Clemson jumps to the line.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
The freshman brought down after a really nice run there. This Tiger running game starting to show some juice, sort of a C.J. Spiller type of feel.
Yeah, and it doesn't always hit you early. It doesn't always hit you on the first possession, but I do think They've done a good job over the years, Clemson, with sticking with the run game, creating that balance, trying to get those first downs, and trying to create some tempo against your defense.
First play of the period, first down here. They'll run it from the gun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Finding open areas. Turning it on. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Use the play fake, now to throw. Zings it complete to the right.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. 3rd and short from the 26. Pretty easy field goal range, but they'd love to pick up the first. Back to pass, it's Underwood. Finds his big tight end. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. And the Tigers didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. It's a draw. Got some room into the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Tiger.
And I like this offense not panicking, executing on this drive, and driving down the field and tying this football game up. I love the no panic, just stay chill, and now we got ourselves a football game.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
ACC action, fellas, and all week there's been intrigue about this one. Pittsburgh is down right now, but this young man under center has shown some moxie today. We could see a legend born in the Steel City. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Louisville. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back if anything develops. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And the Canes can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll run it from the gun. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense to kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Reads it, fires complete.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage, but you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. The Canes are moving quickly down the field. Quick release by the QB. He'll be shoved out of bounds at the 35-yard line. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. From the gun, running back on the move. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on 3rd down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Hurricanes kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Dropping back, it's St. Clair. Under fire. Pulls it in. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
This tight end's a weapon because he can give you yak after the catch. You see him break that tackle? That was pretty impressive, showing off his athleticism.
And the Canes have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Got it behind the line. It's Lofton. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
Got his man quickly.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast. They force a negative play.
It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. From the gun, wants to pass. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Canes!
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left, and we are going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
He'll return it. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Looking to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's Davis. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. Scanning the field, it's Underwood. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Looking downfield on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Davis. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Fires to the tight end. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Clemson ready to go back to work with another 1st down. To the air on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. The Tigers had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And here on 2nd down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. Never a doubt. That'll bring him to within 4. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Got a little space, and he's able to get some positive yardage before he's brought down, and that'll bring us to halftime. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A 1st half that saw a little bit of everything there in Death Valley.
The Hurricanes will boot it away to start the 2nd half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the 1st half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the 1st half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the 1st half.
Fires to the tight end. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. And the Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. He'll do it himself. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down. Clemson will send the punt team out. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. No fair catches here, looking for room. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. That's reeled in. It's Jacobs. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. What a weapon these wide receiver screens can be. Not only do you get a convoy blocking, you get dynamic running.
When you do this and you show me the threat of throwing this wide receiver screen, it makes me play defense differently. It makes me have more guys out wide, which opens the box inside. So I think it's really smart for coordinators and offenses to continually throw these screens to playmakers.
Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Using his legs, it's Lyle. And the quarterback's by his lonesome on 2nd and inches. Wants to throw, it's St. Clair. Under fire. At the 20, he's got space. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
And this is the frustration in playing man-to-man coverage. All the guys on your defense are chasing their guys. They don't have vision on the quarterback, but he is such a good athlete. He notices it, he takes off, he chews up yards, and makes a big play.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Wants to go up top. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You can tell he was catching the...
And he will score. The question now, will it count as we check out the laundry on the field? So that penalty will wipe away some strong red zone execution and take the score off the board. It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on Ifte if they can stop him on 3rd down. He's moving out of the pocket. Trying to escape and get it himself. He's shoved out of bounds right at the 6-yard line as they were able to at least keep him out of the end zone. Let's send out the kicker here. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. And it's no good. Guys, after the miss, still up by 4. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. Breaks into the open. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. He had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. To the air, it's Underwood. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. Run to the right. Touchdown, Tiger. And with that one, they jump on top here in the 2nd half.
Quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, a couple of ACC teams colliding in a game that could have some implications. Pitt looks like it sent the JV squad out there today. An offense that can't move the sticks and a defense that looks disinterested. So unlike this program.
He wants to start this drive with a pass.
They're trailing by 14 to Louisville. Any major changes in this ACC standoff, you'll hear about them first from us, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. On the move, it's Lyle. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Pressure coming. At the loose down the left side. Touchdown, Hurricanes! And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching him.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
He'll bring it out. It's Carney. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. First play of the drive will come from the 9-yard line. Quarterback on the keeper. Oh, he's got some space. And he picks up a first down. That is not a flag on the play. It's just lingerie on the deck after that move. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Davis. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Davis. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel.
Pulls it in down the middle. They make the tackle, but not before he finishes off this third period with a big play. If you like old school running games, this has been the game for you and a couple of guys who've starred through the first 3 periods. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Leaves it with the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And I think that might be an example of the running back maybe trying to do a little bit too much. Everybody wants to try to bounce the ball outside and hit the home run, but in college football at this level, you just need to do a better job taking what the defense gives you.
And the throw out to the sideline, good for a few.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, never complain.
Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Throws to the wideout. Touchdown, Clemson! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
And that's 3 touchdowns in 2 games. Just continuing to find the end zone, continuing to make plays. This guy is on pace for a great season. He's put the college football world on notice.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. And the Canes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Wants to go up top on first down. Now he's going to break the pocket. He'll try to do it himself.
I got to be honest. I know the defense respected this guy's running ability. I don't know, though, if they knew it was this good. He has been gashing in this game with his legs, and already you're seeing the defense now make some adjustments to slow this guy down. They were able to get him to the ground. He's still got a couple yards, but this has got to continue for this defense. You know he is going to carry the ball.
The Canes are flying down the field. Give to the back. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. And the Hurricanes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Brown. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows. He could...
Touchdown, Miami! They move on top here in the fourth.
I think one of the most underrated things we talk about with a QB is timing. Being able to get the ball out of his hands to his receiver where he can continue to catch the football and run with it. Nice pitch, nice catch, nice play in the fourth quarter when you needed it for this team to take the lead.
And he's going to try to return this one. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Sends it back in motion. Looking for a man. It's Underwood. Trying to make magic with his feet. Keeps it and gets past the chains. And after the huge scramble, he slides and gets down. Terrific run to get out of trouble. That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. He'll keep it himself. Looking for room at the 30. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Looking to throw on first down. Firing to the right, complete. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
You see it so much in college football where they motion a running back out of the backfield. What are they looking for? Man coverage. Are you trying to cover my running back with one of your linebackers? If you are, I'm going to take advantage. I love taking advantage of the mismatch with your running back out in space. Keep doing that.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The Tigers started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Power football with the run. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. To the ground to try to pick up the first. They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster.
And if you listen carefully, you can start to hear some of the boo birds coming out from this home crowd. They know their offense needs points. And this late in the game, they're watching him run the ball to no avail.
Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. One possession game, getting late, first order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, walk out with the W.
I think if you're offense here, the game boils down to this one play on third down with the lead late. If you get the first down, that's ball game. There's not enough time left for the defense to get it back and go march down the field. So let's dial up our best play offensively. Let's make sure our best players are touching the football.
And the Canes will bring the punt team onto the field. Now, if you're really worried about the block, I guess you could think about taking the safety here in the free kick. We've got a timeout from the kicking team.
Timeout, Miami.
The Hurricanes will send out the punt unit. He really needs to get away a good kick here. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Okay, one possession game. You've got some time to work with, but you have to make up some ground quickly, David.
Got to be smart. Can't throw in front of the sticks. Can't get tackled in front of the sticks. Make sure we're taking some shots down the field, chewing up some yards. Jesse, the defense will be vulnerable here.
Yeah, and I think because of that, David, offensively, you got to have a plan. You got to know where your best matchup is out on the perimeter and who can make the big catches here in small windows.
No gain on the play.
Third down coming here, and they need to get it out to the 44. To throw, it's Underwood. Looking left. Makes a connection. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
Good enough for first down.
Gotta find a completion on this one. It's complete to the right. That will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here.